As the internal combustion engine continues to get smaller and more efficient, it might feel like V8s are already a thing of the past. And although a new car with a V8 is nowhere near as common as it used to be, there are still plenty of good ways to get 8-cylinder thrills for less than $100,000, just as long as you can resist checking boxes on the options list. Here are the 10 cheapest V8 cars you can buy for the 2020 model year.
(2020 years model) Dodge Challenger RT, $36,040. If you can ignore the Demon, the Hellcat Red Eye, the standard Hellcat, the wide-body version of the Hellcat, the SRT 392, and the RT Scat Pack, what you're left with is the base V8 RT Challenger. It's the cheapest V8 car Dodge will sell you, though. An option-less RT starts at $36,040. The 5.7-liter Hemi V8 makes a healthy 375 horsepower and 410 pounds-ft of torque, all while getting up to 25 mpg on the highway, if you care about that sort of thing. (2020 years model) Ford Mustang GT Fastback, $36,725. Assuming you don't need the grunt of the 760 horsepower Shelby GT 500 supercharged V8 and can do without the howl of the flat, plain, cranked Voodoo V8 in the GT 350, the Ford Mustang GT serves as the perfect low-cost entry into the maze of performance-oriented Mustangs. Its 460 horsepower and 420 pounds-ft should be more than enough, assuming your last name isn't Probst. Skip any and every option and the Mustang GT can be yours for $36,725, making it one of the least expensive V8 cars on this list. 2020 years model Dodge Charger RT, $37,740. Want an inexpensive sedan with a V8 for less than $40,000? Look no further than the Dodge Charger RT. Sadly, it's your only option. That said, the fact that a relatively inexpensive sedan with a V8 still exists is something to celebrate. It's down on power compared to the Mustang and Camaro, but that shouldn't factor too much as you're still getting 370 horsepower and 395 pounds-ft of torque from its 5.7-liter Hemi V8. A basic Charger RT can be had for as little as $37,740. (2020 years model Chrysler 300 SV8, $41,140. You forgot about this one, didn't you? Yep, that's right, the Chrysler 300 is still offered with a V8. Sadly, it's not the full-bore SRT8 model Walter White hammered around Albuquerque in so many years ago. The 5.7-liter V8 in the 300S is considerably weaker, but still makes a respectable 363 horsepower and 394 pounds-ft. The V8 is also a $3,000 option and is only available on the 300S and 300C. Skip the spinning rims and a V8 300S can be yours for $41,140. (2020 years model Chevrolet Corvette Stingray C8, $59,995. Chevrolet was able to keep the mid-engine Corvette's price low enough for it to have a place on this list, keeping that much lauded, sub-$60,000 base price for the move to the C8. The C8 will start at $59,995, making it one of the cheapest V8 sports cars on the market. The 2020 Corvette 6.2-liter LT2 V8 produces up to 495 horsepower and 470 pounds-ft of torque and is mated to an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. 2020 year's model Lexus RCF, $65,925. The 2020 RCF is one of an ever-diminishing number of luxury vehicles to have a V8 without any sort of augmentation, no hybrid system, turbos, or superchargers here. Just high displacement and high compression, a ratio of 12.3:1 to be exact. The naturally aspirated 5.0-liter V8 in the RCF makes 472 horsepower and 395 pounds-ft of torque, and it sounds killer to boot. A basic RCF will run you $65,925. Consider this if you want a Japanese-made 2+2 with 8 cylinders. Your only other option isn't even on this list because it's a lot more money. (2020 year's model) Mercedes-AMG C63, $67,995. The normal C-Class can't be had with a V8, but once the good people in Falterbach get their hands on one, the C63 AMG is born. It's the only car in its segment with a V8 too. The BMW M3, Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, and Audi RS5 all come with just 6 cylinders. The hand-built M177 twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 in the C63 makes a delicious 469 horsepower and 479 pounds-ft of torque and costs $67,995 without options. An addendum to our final entrant on the list, you can get a coupe version of the C63 for a bit more dough, but if you're looking for the least expensive way to get into an AMG with 8 cylinders, the sedan is the way to go.